Give it honor to God, who is the head of my life. I'm welcoming you, and you. Tuning into Shaddi the Majorette community, where we always bring you the latest tea in the community, honey.
Bounce and break your back.
Look. T stands for teaching, E stands for educating, and A stands for bringing awareness. And that's exactly what we do. Baby, let me tell you something. Ladies, not play. You get what you put out. Let's go down the list. Look me some green awareness. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Shaddi the Majorette community, where we always bring you the latest tea in the community, honey. Stay with me, we always bring you the latest tea in the community, honey. Baby, let me tell you something. Let me show y'all, ladies, not play. You get what you put out. Let's go down the list. Awareness. Stay with me. I'm a bless. Good morning and welcome to an episode of Shaddi the Majorette community, where I am your girl, your host, Lady Jazz. Where I always bring you the latest tea in this community, hunty. Now, I had to get my spirituality going on this morning. I had to play me some soothing music, because where today is about to go, baby, who will know? I know. And let me tell y'all something. If you coming on this live, okay, let me say this. If you coming on this live, make sure you're sharing the live video, tagging the live video, and inviting to the live video. Don't just come on this live to look, because today's episode, we need to make sure that this goes all the way around the Majorette community. I mean, the whole, how many states is it? 50 something states. We need to make sure it's tapping everybody's platform. So if you coming on, I see 36 of y'all on right now. But if you coming on to this live video, you need to go ahead and do your due diligence and use your index finger and tap that share button. Use your 5 fingers. That some of you, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. Use your 5 fingers, okay? And go ahead and type in, tag them people, because everybody needs to be on this live one today. Baby, let me tell y'all something. I don't know if it's a full moon. I don't know if somebody did not get their crackers cracked the night before. I don't know. We had folks fall. Now this, y'all got to put this in. We had folks at the doggone competition falling out, acting like they was about to damn die. Like, I'm not going to go there, but if y'all was at the competition, y'all know what happened, honey. I'm just like, girl, the stunts and shows. The stunts and the shows that y'all pull is a mess. And before I get into the main topic, I just want to say to everybody that showed me love at the competition yesterday, it was very much appreciated. Shout out to Coach Kiki of Royal Bills of South Carolina. Shout out to Dynamic Danceress, my girl Pamela James White. Shout out to Dontavia. Shout out to everybody. There was some cute teams last night that was doing their thing on the floor in Augusta, Georgia. So shout out to all of y'all, the ones that took trophies. Shout out to y'all. Y'all acted like y'all had some sense, because in another state, when we go all the way from Augusta, Georgia, all the way on over to Houston, Texas. let me just put this on here.
Because you ain't got no. Why are you detaining me? You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job because you are detaining me for nothing. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. I'm Marquis. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job because you are detaining me for nothing. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job because you are detaining me for nothing. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your K-O-B. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. Is this shit worth you losing your job? Cause you bought to. Cause you ain't got no reason.
And y'all ain't had no reason in Houston, Texas, fighting in the show. Now let me tell y'all, I had to play that, honey. I had to play because I felt like that was definitely perfect for this doggone situation. So let me tell y'all, I'm at a competition in Augusta, Georgia, and I'm getting blown up. Like at this point, y'all know people sending me screenshots. They sending me the just the whole ledger of what happened in Houston, and we try to figure out why niggas don't know how to act. Okay, so for those of y'all that didn't know what happened in Houston, I'm gonna give y'all a little 411. So this is Miss Ashley. Miss Ashley, I know her personally. She has done my show. Ashley is a very sweet person. I have not seen Ashley get out of character. Ashley is also one of my clients for Two Jazzy Designs. Wonderful young lady, very professional, cute, keep it cute. She had a competition yesterday called the 5th Annual Spook Fest, hosted by Elite Diamond Dolls out of Houston, Texas. As y'all can see, she's on the flyer, whatever the case may be. And these are the teams that had competed: Dreams in Motion, Dynamic Divas, Elite Breathtakers, Extreme Motion, Pink Diamond, Royalettes, Down for War, Stepping Sensations, and Dancing Lionettes. Those were the teams that competed. Now, This woman, I'm gonna let y'all see her face real good. This woman is the director of said competition. And I reached out to her. I did do my due diligence, y'all. I reached out to her and asked her would she mind coming on the platform to talk about what happened. Well, according to not only her, but according to other sources that were actually present, including Miss Ashley, this woman is the director. She left the competition before everything happened. So, and then she's saying that it was only 10% of her team that was still at the show. Now, something don't sound right to me about that, because I don't know, as a director, why would you leave your entire team at the show? Allegedly, what she's saying is also her dancers who competed in a competition had left too before the fight broke out. Now, I'm trying to figure out why, again, unless you knew something was about to pop off, why would you leave your whole dance team? Why would you leave your whole dance team at a competition that you paid to go into? Why aren't you staying at the competition the entire time to make sure not only if you have any questions, asking the judges or whatever, you got that opportunity to, but why aren't you making sure that your staff and your parents and your dancers is completely off of the premises of the actual facility before you decide to pick up and pack your pocketbook and leave out the door? Okay. So let me come back on camera. So I talked to Ashley. I said, whenever you feeling good or you feel like you want to talk, go ahead and give me a call. So Ashley, I talked to her this morning. This morning. Talked to her early this morning. And she basically told me this is the situation. Okay. So the people that jumped on her, Ashley was jumped twice last night. She was jumped by this woman who had a stud girlfriend. So let me back it up here because I want to make sure that I give y'all the facts. Ashley said when she booked the venue at the soccer field, at the indoor soccer field, the lady that runs the field specifically told her that due to her having shows, people having shows and book on venue, that she's not allowing any food in her facility. Okay, fine. But I have a problem with that too, because Ashley also said that there was a food truck outside that was selling like beef and cheese nachos and stuff like that. So they was bringing it in to the venue, a situation. Okay. So Ashley said that she had the DJ announce there is to be no food eating in the building. You need to leave with your food. People were still eating. So the lady came over the second time and told her, hold on for 1 second, y'all. I don't know what's going on my ring light. The lady had told her the second time that she's still seeing people eat food and she needs them to clean it up. Ashley said, okay. They announced it again. So after announcing the second time, the lady then came back over the third time and told Ashley, if I see food again, after we advised y'all not to have food in the building, I'm going to have to shut this competition down. Well, that's her venue. That's her facility. If that's her rule, that's her rule. That's just what it is. So Ashley then says she went herself into the stands and saw someone deliberately eating. This is the person that jumped on her, deliberately eating in the stands. So Ashley says she went over there. She asked the lady, she said, hey, ma'am. She was like, I'm gonna need you to discard of your food because we can't have any food in the facility. The lady then looks at her and say, bitch, I just paid for this. This is what she said now. She said, bitch, I just paid for this, and I'm not throwing my food away that I just paid for. Ashley then was like, bitch, like, then it started getting real disrespectful. So Ashley said, she talked to the director of the team, which is this woman, obviously. She talked to Giovanna and advised Giovanna that, they're going to have to leave. Or Giovanna said that she'll talk to the person who had disrespected Ashley after she had asked her to throw away the food or take the food outside of the venue. She said she would talk to her and have her come and apologize. Ashley said at that point, it was no apology that needed to be needed because she got disrespectful. She needed to leave. So it went from that to up until they got into the stands. This team, let me make sure I have the name right because we're blacklisting. This team's name is, I don't know why my light keeps going out. This is tripping. The team's name is XXX. Okay, that's off right there. Extreme Motion with 3 X's. They out of Houston, Texas. Extreme Motion out of Houston, Texas is the team that is responsible for last night's mayhem. Head coach and choreographer is Terry Brown, and director owner of the team is Giovanna Montiago. Okay, they're out of Houston, Texas. Yeah. So moving on. So they get to stands. Now, this team, Extreme Motion with the 3 X's. Extreme Motion with the 3 X's. Okay. Extreme Motion had obviously got through the awards and they had only won 1 trophy. Okay. Now, we don't know if this is the cause of them fighting with another team. Now, the team that they had told Ashley that they was outside fighting was, let me look at the lineup. It was the where they at? Dynamic Divas. So they were fighting with Dynamic Divas outside. Ashley got wind. They was like, Ashley, they outside fighting. So Ashley went outside. What is going on with my ring light? This is being so ghetto. Like, girl. So Ashley had gotten wind that they was fighting outside or whatever. So she went outside. By the time she said she got outside, she said it had already separated. She said by the time she had turned around, the same lady that called her a bitch to her face after she had asked them to dispose of the food was in her face talking about, now, what's up, bitch? What's up, bitch? What's up now? Okay, y'all following me? I don't want to lose y'all. Y'all follow me? I don't want to lose y'all. So she telling her, bitch, now, what's up? I'm not about to worry about that ring light right now. She's talking about, bitch, what's up now? What's up now? What's up now? So Ashley, at this point, she said the girl's nose was literally in her face, like she was like in her face. So Ashley went to go ahead and get her off or whatever. And that's when they started fighting. They said when Ashley and the girl was fighting, 20 other folks had came from behind the girl and started jumping on Ashley, to the point where one of her parents that was nearby had jumped in it, and Ashley said had covered over her so that way they would not stomp her, because they said they were stomping her on the, to the ground, spitting in her face, everything, just disgusting. Again, this is Extreme Motion. This is the director. Now, this director, I texted her and I said that I would be going live, and if she wanted to come on. The reason why I did not extend the invitation was because she's saying allegedly that she was nowhere near the venue, that she had already left before the fight had happened. Well, again, my question is to you, ma'am, why didn't you make sure that everybody was off of the premises that was a part of you? Now, let me rewind it back a little bit further. Let me rewind this a little bit further. Also, too, what she said was the person, the lesbian couple that attended, that was representing the extreme dance team or whatever, they don't even have the kids on a team. She said that they were a part of the group that came with the team Triple X. I'm gonna just call them Triple X. They was a part of the group that was with Triple X, but they don't even have any kids on the floor. So that goes to show you more just cause as to why you're not making sure that everybody is gone with you. Why would you leave? And then I don't know how she come up with this percentage. She said it was 10%. Now, I don't know what 10% mean. I just know that you had some folks still at that venue that was a part of your organization. But she said that it was only 10% of the people that was left, because majority of her team had left before the fight had started. Again, if y'all think about it, let's be smart about this thing. Why would you as a director not make sure that everybody leaves with you? Something sounds fishy here, and it sounds like you knew something was about to pop off, but instead of you're going to use the excuse, oh, I left, I wasn't there, but that was your team. And even though you're going to, I guess what she's saying is, well, I can't control what happened. No, you can't, and that's where y'all got it messed up at. Y'all sit there and let anybody that come to your competition put on your brand. That's your brand, that's your name, that's your team. So why are you sitting there not taking accountability to the actions? I tell you exactly what. Ashley's going to press charges. And if she can't get to the people that are responsible for jumping her, she's going to come after you because you as a director has already admitted that they were a part of your group, even if they didn't have no kids on their team. So again, at this point, we are at the point where they are literally jumping this girl. So, okay, so Ashley back, she said finally, when they got the stuff separated, she started walking up the hill. Ashley then said the girl came back and was fighting her again, and Ashley got jumped again. They out there talking about shoot that bitch, shoot that hoe. So Ashley's uncle that was at the competition said, fuck no. He picked Ashley up and took her with him while the commotion was still going on. This is what we talk about in our Majorette community. And that is, and I'm going to say this to the people out there. I'm going to say this to the people out there. All y'all that sat there and talked so much shit about Shaddi T reporting stuff, but now y'all want me to come and help y'all out, report y'all stuff. I tell y'all to go to hell. That's what I'm going to say to y'all. Go all the way to hell because y'all really, really got it twisted. Y'all want me to come in and say something. The reason why I'm speaking on this is A, this is some BS. B, I know Ashley, and it's clearly some BS. And C, that is what this platform is for. Y'all got it mixed up to where y'all want to sit there and be mad when I talk about certain things, but then when it hits home, you first want to send me the story for me to report. I'm gonna do my job. Because that's what I do. I'm not going to put that personal. But I'm just had to put that disclaimer out. So Ashley has been jumped now at 2 times. I asked her this morning, how does she feel? Is she okay? She said she did go to the hospital. She said that she don't have any internal bleeding. She don't have no broken bones, no injuries like that. She said she's bruised. She said she has a couple knots on her head. But that's pretty much it. I invited her to come on the live today to talk about it. She said that she just rather prefer her to go and just sit back and view it, and she would just be, talking to me, making sure she's good. But she just wanted to kind of rest today, which I understand. You being jumped by 20 people 2 times, anybody would just want to just rest. I get it. Y'all got to stop inviting people to y'all competition just to have some teams at y'all show. This ain't nothing directly pointed at Ashley. This is for the Majorette community as a whole. It's some teams that you can't accept their registration because they acted ass. This team has been brought to Shaddi T. Now, whether y'all decide to still have them compete or not, that's going to be on y'all. Whether y'all still want to accept their registration to y'all show, that's on y'all. But this right here, jumping the host, and again, we don't know. We do not know if it was due to them not winning more trophies or them not placing the ground. We don't know the ins and outs of that part. Ashley says she don't know what really started the whole brawl outside before she got out there. All she knows is she went out there and she ended up getting jumped twice. And this is what we're facing with in our Majorette community. To the point where people, again, and I said this a while back, are not going to let y'all have shows they're not going to let y'all have Majorette competitions at their venue no more. That lady that has that venue is more than she is going to extend that. She is going to remember that team. She gonna remember it, and she's not going to want to have you at the at their venue. People put too much money into this for y'all to be having all this going on. I already invited her to the live, and she did. And I already invited her to the live. The lady, I'm not bringing her on the live because again, the lady left, and all she has is he say, she say. The lady left before the fight happened, so she was not there to actually see the fight, nor was she involved in the fight. This is ridiculous. Okay? This is ridiculous. This is petty. This is childish. This is ridiculous. And y'all wonder why we can't have nothing. Y'all wonder why people, and it's not even that, teams see it. It was a time in the Majorette community where people's competitions was packed. It was a time in the Majorette community where people used to sell out on shows. It was a time in the Majorette community where the stuff was packed wall to wall, but it's not happening no more because coaches are taking a little bit more caution about where they take their kids to, where they take their parents to. They're using a little bit more discretion when it's going out of state. They're using a little bit more discretion now because no one wants to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to go to somebody's competition to end up getting hurt or getting beat up or getting assaulted. No one got time for that. But you got teams out here that does not understand the word of sportsmanship. You got parents out here and people supporting y'all that do not understand what it means to shut what I like to call the fuck up. Y'all literally out here doing too much over a competition. Why? Why? For what reason? If you can't act like you got some sense, if you can't control your emotions, if you can't control your hormones, sit your ass down and shut the fuck up. It's so simple. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, then shut the hell up. Don't bring your ass to nobody's competition, spending money to get in just to fuck it up. I'm so over the bullshit. And the people sit there, oh no, like we wasn't involved. We had left. We didn't do it. Y'all got every goddamn excuse in the book. The fact that still remains is your people that was representing your team, that had on your t-shirts, that was yelling for your team at a competition that your team was competing in, decided that they wanted to fight the host of the show. Now, let me say this also, too, because I know this has been going on. Let me put this goddamn on plug in the doggone thing. I blame it on the liquor. Do we need to start checking purses and bags? Do we need to stop allowing big-ass purses and bags into competition? Because y'all niggas is in the audience drinking at a kid's competition. Now, let me say that. Y'all out here sipping on the Hennessy, that brown dark liquor, and it's getting your doggone emotions in a round, and you want to act the ass. Let me say that. Oh, yeah, y'all out there drinking and carrying on at a kid's competition. You can't wait. You gotta sip a little bit of the yak. This is supposed to be about your kids. This is about to be your kids. Why are we doing this? I'm really confused, and I see a lot of the comments coming in, so I'm trying to go through it. I am completely disgusted, floored, and just irritated at this point. Y'all are literally giving it to the point where we're not going to be able to have no competitions nowhere. I don't ever want to, baby, they better not ever ask for a packet for It's Showtime because it ain't happening, Captain. It's not, I'm going to remember this name. And if y'all try to go under another name, I'm going to do my research. This is ridiculous. Again, this is the coach or the director of the team that had jumped. She said she had left before the fight popped off. Again, I'm confused because I don't know how you decide to leave before you make sure everybody that came with your ass is off the premises. Now you're going to be liable for what is going to take place. It is what it is. Some of y'all don't got no business having no dance team. Y'all don't have no business coaching a fucking thing. Nothing. Y'all don't got no business coaching no kids. And with that being said, let's take a commercial break. Did y'all say y'all couldn't see the video? I see somebody said they couldn't see the video. Somebody said they couldn't see the video. If y'all couldn't see the video, I'm sorry. It was just a promo for the upcoming show. Yeah. This is just it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. That's really all I have to say. Drop a link. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. Hello. I already invited her. Okay. Girl. So it was just requested that I call her, at least give her opportunity to speak. So I'm gonna call the lady.
Hello.
Hey lady, this is Lady Jazz. So they're requesting for you to come on. Would you like to come on still and tell your side? I mean, I know you weren't there, but
Yeah, that's fine.
okay, I'm gonna send you the link to your inbox. So just check your Facebook.
Okay.
Y'all give me a second. So we're going to try to bring the young lady on. Let me try to get her on. They want me to bring her on. They try her on. Jesus, I can't. I cannot deal. Y'all give me a second. Let me do this. Give me a second. So y'all, we just waiting for the director of the team to come on. So y'all just hang tight so she can kind of pitch in, just to be fair. Also, if y'all see this flyer going on, we have 6 more spots available for the It's Showtime and all HPC experience in Atlanta, November the 20th. So if you have a team that would like to register, you are more than welcome to do so. And at this time, we do have Miss Giovanna in the waiting room. I'm going to go ahead and bring her on. You guys, please make sure that y'all are respectful in the comment section. I said what I had to say, and I'm going to still I'm sorry, everybody's texting me. But yeah, we're going to bring the director on. Her name is Giovanna. We're going to bring her on so she can tell her side of actually what she has gathered so far. So Miss Giovanna, hi.
Hi.
So first of all, I want to make sure that I'm clear. So everybody know I'm clear. Okay. This really stinks in the most worst way. People are saying that they want to blacklist your team because of the actions of your parents or lack thereof. You could probably kind of just start where your side came in. Like, I mean, first, I guess the people do want to know. I mean, not that it's really any of their business, but it still kind of looks off when a director leaves a competition before making sure everybody has vacated the premises.
Okay, so I do want to speak on that. So yesterday, I have lupus. Not that it's anybody's business. I have a condition that I have to take care of. Yesterday, I did black out. I don't really remember anything before I blacked out. Everyone that saw that could attest to that. I did come back into the competition after I went to the car. I got something to eat in my system, and I took a nap. After the paramedics checked me out or whatever. They were trying to get me to go to the emergency room yesterday, but I didn't want to leave my team, period.
Okay.
So I ended up just taking a little short nap, getting me a bite of whatever my fiance got me from Taco Bell, and I ate on it, rested a little bit, got some air, and I went back in, changed my clothes to the competition. Okay? So not only that, my hip is kind of messed up right now because my lupus attacks, small portions of my body whenever it feels, and it comes at any given time. So I was limping yesterday. After that, no, I'm not going to stay to watch anything else. One, I'm in pain. Two, I already had something going on. I've already blacked out for the day. Who would stay? I've already watched my team compete, and I supported them 100% at the end of the day. And then I have my own children with me. I have a 13-year-old daughter, which is the captain of my team. I have a 3-year-old daughter or whatever that was also present, a 14-year-old son that was present, and my 16-year-old little sister. So, of course, when anything pops off, everyone should protect their families at all costs. I'm going to protect my
Right.
family. I'm not going to sit there and go running to a fight just because it breaks out. I'm going to get the fuck out of there with my kids. Because at the end
So
of the
did you?
day,
So
my
this is
kids are my blood. I have to
this,
protect them.
okay, and I definitely get that. So my question goes to be, you and you dealing with a condition, so we definitely understand that you want to take care of yourself. Did you have someone that was an adult that was facilitating your team?
I do have a
Wow.
coach, but I'm not going to give his name. I'm not going to put him in no
No, no, no,
mess.
no. We're not telling you to give him a name. We just want to
Yes, I do
see
have a
who.
coach that was there that was also stuck there talking to the police officer that was there and was told to call me. So there was somebody there. No, he did not catch the whole fight. No, he did not catch everything. He got the last bit of it when the cops were pulling up. And since he did have my shirt on and he got finished putting all our props and stuff up, oh, and I had to go. Get out.
Okay.
Or whatever, he was still there. So technically, that is my head coach, and somebody was technically still there. I just had to go. I was in pain.
Got you. Okay. Uh, I'm trying to wrap my head around this because I want to make sure that I touch on everything because I'm just, you see how this looks outside though.
I definitely understand, and my heart does go out to Ashley because at the end of the day, no one deserves that. At the end of the day, no, I did not see what happened to her. I've only seen one video compared to it's two fights. So it's like everything is getting tied into one situation. There were two different situations going on at one time. There was one situation where somebody from Dynamic Diva's parents spit in my parents' face. That was
Now
one situation.
let me ask that because I know that was the very first fight before Ashley had even got out there. Do you know the
Yes.
reason why? What caused that fight between y'all,
Okay, so
your team, and
from
them?
from my understanding, and I'm getting this from the elderly lady on my team, the grandma. I'm getting this from her. So she was walking out with the young lady that got her face spit in. There was another young lady that was behind them from the team, a young lady, like one of the dancers. And she, per se, was speaking out of turn to the older lady. So my mom simply turned to her and said, "Baby, violence is not the key. We don't have to do that." The little girl then told my adult, "Fuck you." So after that, the lady was like, "I don't know what all this is transpiring, but we don't have to do all that." You know what I'm saying? So then one of the coaches come up with an attitude, saying you don't have to say nothing to the 15-year-old, but at the end of the day, this lady's a part of my team. She's an older lady. She's almost 70 years old on a walker. But it's right for your daughter or your dancer to say, "Oh, well, I should have whooped that old lady's ass on a walker." No, that's disrespect. It shouldn't be even cursing like that. So the lady got mad, spits in my coach. Well, she's not even a coach. She my parents' face. And that's how that fight started. No one deserves to get spit on. And then we're not mad because we got third place in Pee Wees and we didn't win any more trophies. First of all, for us to even get a trophy on our first big competition, second competition ever, we're never going to be mad because it's still a win at the
So
end of the day.
do you know how the fight started, like between your team and Dynamic, whatever the other team name is?
The fight started by the lady spitting in my mom's face because the coach was upset that she was talking to the 15-year-old instead of speaking to her. So she was upset that way. But at the end of the day, that's just like me. If I see any young baby, doing that to an elderly person, anyone in their right mind is gonna say, "Hey, don't do that. It's okay." I don't know. I love kids. So at the end of the day, I try to encourage any child. And I can see if my parent end up cursing his baby back out or whatever. But no, that's not the case. That's not how it happened. Elderly people walk slower. So it's either you're going to have to be a little patient or whatever and go about your day. And that's just how I see
Okay.
it. But
Um.
no matter what situation, no one should get their face spit in. That's not right. That's not okay. And I'm going to be bluntly honest. If that was me in that position, I probably would have did the same thing. I'm not going to let nobody spit in my face. It's COVID going around, that's the nastiest and the lowest of the lowest that you could do to anybody. You don't do that. That's disgusting. We don't know what you got. You can have HIV for all we care. We can't get it through saliva, but still, we don't know. That's nasty.
So someone's saying that you are not telling the truth. They're saying you're lying. And your parents reached over the coach from Dynamic Divas and hit the parent.
Because she spit on her. Wouldn't you hit her? She spit. She spit. She spit. She spit. I'm not saying she did not hit her. I'm saying she spit on her first before the punch was thrown. And spitting on someone is still a form of assault.
So again, do you understand? Because you guys are obviously a new team. Do you understand the way this looks on your
my team?
Yes.
I understand the way that it looks, but there's
hello. But do you understand how that look? I mean, I just want you to understand the seriousness behind this. Yeah, this is just this is a lot.
I understand the seriousness behind it, but there's two different fights with Ashley that they're speaking of. There was two fights.
Well, Ashley said that she was jumped twice. She said she was jumped the first time, and then when they actually had separated, that's when they jumped the girl, the same. So the girl that she's talking about that she asked to dump the food out, you know who that was. That's not
okay. So let me just clear this up. So the young lady that was asked to throw the food out was not a part of my team per se. She doesn't have a child on my team. The baby is 17, first of all. She's a minor.
You talking about the lesbian couple?
Yes. That they are minors. They're 17 years old, first of all. So at the end of the day, that is still a child. Yes, that baby may have been wrong because they should not have been eaten in that area. And if anybody can attest that was standing there, I jacked that baby up at that time, even though I don't know her per se. She came with her mother, which is one of my friends that I used to work with. So at the end of the day, like, I don't know this young baby per se. I do know she just had a birthday and turned 17. So that is a child. So regardless if a child gets out of line, there's a way to handle a child. No one should be called a bitch, period. I don't call people bitches per se. Like, that is the wrong thing to do. The young lady was upset because Ashley called her a bitch. I don't know this young lady per se. I did give them a shirt when they came because they were supporting my team and they were sitting in our area. So I handed them a shirt when they got there. That's the only reason why they had a shirt on. They do not dance on my team. They aren't a part of my team at all.
Okay. So there's questioning. You probably can't see all the comments, but there's questions. Someone did say their issue is, how is this going to be resolved? What is your next step, or what is the next step? Who is going to be held accountable for this? And there definitely needs some repercussions on.
Okay, so I just want to clarify something else on that. I just want to say, first of all, as a coach and as a director, as a human being, you cannot control the next person. No one can.
No. You
only
can't.
thing, but I'm just saying this because on the little Majorette room, people think that I should have whatever. At the end of the day, first of all, I wasn't present, so I can't control nothing. Second of all, I can't control the next adult. An adult has their mind made up already.
But
they're going to do what they want to do regardless.
You said it was a child. This is the thing, though, baby. This is what I want you to understand.
And also, that child was jumped first, and nobody's talking about that. But the video that I have only shows the baby.
But I want you to understand where I'm going with this. The child started disrespecting the host of the show when she asked her to throw away her food. Now, I'm not sure. Ashley obviously did not know she was a child just by the way she was talking to her. Ashley said that she had went to you and advised you what needed to be done, and you told her that you were going to apologize. You were going to have her apologize. She said there's no.
I haven't even spoke to Ashley at this point because Ashley was still present. What happened was, in the inside, when they were asked, I was sitting right there. When they were asked to throw away the food, the little girlfriend got disrespectful first before the actual the other young lady. I don't even know her name. The other young lady got disrespectful. So I told that light-skinned girl, I said, hey, what you're not going to do is disrespect. Then whenever Ashley supposedly called this other young lady a bitch when she said you're too close, Ashley turned around and said, bitch, what? So the girl was about to jump up to try to fight Ashley at that point. I had this girl in a headlock. Anybody can attest to that. I had this girl in a whole headlock. Period. Because I told her, what you're not going to do is disrespect this team, and you have.
So at what point did you leave? Because when she said all this was going on, this was like towards stands, which is at the end of the competition. So at what point did you actually leave?
Okay, so supposedly this young lady's mother went to go speak to Ashley. I never went to go speak to Ashley at this point because Ashley ended up resurfacing and was like, you know what, me and you have a good relationship or whatever, but this is not how this is supposed to happen or some shit or whatever. I never spoke to her at that point. I was just trying to get the chicken and stuff up off the floor that one of her team members spilled on the floor. My fiance was walking around with a whole trash bag trying to get trash from everybody.
So I guess I'm trying to get to the question, baby. At what point did you leave? Because you said that you weren't there for that fight, but you were there for the altercation that happened prior to. So we're just trying to connect.
Right. Okay, so I left right after the competition ended. Like, I didn't stick around. Like, I was already in.
So you were there
going enough.
You were there until after awards.
Yes.
Okay. You were there.
I was there until after awards. So this other altercation, the first one happened during the competition. About the food or whatever. But at the end of the day, I heard them always saying like, hey, you can't eat over here, whatever. The only thing that I want to say is there is a way to approach people, talk to people, say things to people. Like, you could have easily said, hey, baby, you can't eat over.
I think we lost you. You just paused. I think we just lost her. Giovanna.
The baby was mad because Ash supposedly called her a bitch. So that's, and her being a child in a childish mind, only thing that she feels is right is to fight. And I'm not with fighting. I don't condone in fighting. I don't condone in getting disrespectful with anybody.
Right.
I don't like that stuff. And I tell people that all the time because at the end of the day, I was defending Ashley when the girl got out of line the first fucking time because I don't deal with that type of stuff. And I told her to her face she can leave. I said, you got to go.
So
Ashley said she could stay if she didn't do anything else.
Ashley said, I don't know if she talked to you. Evidently, she didn't talk to you. What you're saying, she didn't have a conversation with you. Ashley said that she did talk to the director or whoever was in charge, and she stated to them that the girl that just disrespected her needed to leave at this point, that she didn't want to apologize. So that wasn't you that told Ashley that she needed to apologize?
No.
Do you know who that was?
It was the girl's mother, not me. I'm the only director of this team.
So
she didn't talk to me about that.
Okay.
She didn't say she needed to apologize, not to me.
If you guys can't hear, you might need to go out the live and then go back in if you can't hear the live, because everybody's on. And I think she did freeze for a second, but she's on. But their issue is, regardless of the fact, Giovanna, what they're saying is anybody that has a brand of yours on, they are still a part of your team, regardless if they have a child, regardless if they're dancing or not. That is still technically your responsibility. And I know people want to dress it up and say, oh, well, no, anybody could do. No, they're coming to support you. They're coming to support and represent your team. When your team hits the floor, they're the ones that's out there yelling and cheering on your team. So with them being able to do all of that, but then when it gets to them being disrespectful, you guys want to take your hand back and say, oh, no, they're not a part of the team. That does not look good. Because at the end of the day, I'm not saying that
I don't take responsibility, but there's only so much responsibility I can't take. I can't take everybody's responsibility.
In this situation, because the host of the show got literally beat, she got jumped. You have to take responsibility in this.
Okay, but she wasn't the only one that got jumped, though, and that's the only thing people care about.
Was not, the other stuff, whoever else got jumped, was not brought to me. And what the actual team.
But I'm bringing it to you now because on my video, it shows that this baby got jumped. It shows Ashley walking down. This fight happened in the street. So whatever happened after that, I don't have. Only thing I have is what happened in the street. There was one person that had a video and put it in my inbox yesterday as I was texting the trophy guy on the little shade room. And once I got it and I viewed it, and I said, oh, I just got the tape.
What is in the shade room?
Not the shade room, but I call the Majorette room the shade room. I'm sorry, I
Oh,
keep getting it confused. But the
I
Majorette
was
room,
about to
I
say,
was
well, do you
texting
have the
him
do
at the
you
same time, like writing to him at the same time. And as soon as I got the video and I looked at it, I was like, oh, this is a whole different version of what everybody's saying. So at
so
first,
you have
the
a
first
video of
fight that
you have
supposedly this is the first fight. This is the first fight that her and the girl was one-on-one. And as soon as they got pulled apart, EDD jumped on this girl.
okay, do you have the video?
I
Because
do
you still
have the
got to.
video and I handed it over to authorities and it is under investigation. Because this is my business, I'm going to protect it by any means. If we're wrong, period. And I'm going to state we're wrong. But at the end of the day, this baby got jumped also. And she was jumped first.
So why she get jumped?
She got jumped from EDD. Whoever was standing behind Ashley with this one-on-one fight at this time jumped this baby right after they got pulled apart. But no one's talking about that. This baby was jumped
Well,
first, and
evidently,
she's
because they don't
also
know
hurt,
that she
and she's
got jumped.
17.
So, well, I guess what I'm asking is, at what part did she get jumped?
When they got pulled apart, and they had that open area in that open room, they all bone rushed this baby.
But it was outside,
It
right?
outside in the street. That's how you know I'm not lying about this video, because it's in the street, and I was not there to see it. It was
Okay.
in the street. I'm getting a video. There's a fight right here, and there's a fight right here, because Dynamic Divas and the other parent was fighting over here, and then there was another fight on this side, over there by the hill of the street. So at the end of the day, like I'm just like I'm low key over it, and this stuff is stressful. And at the end of the day, it's so many different versions of whatever. I did not see anything personally, physically there at that moment. I was not there,
and that's why I wanted to. That's why I texted you and I said, whoever was there, I need to because what you're getting as a director is he say she say. You didn't record that video yourself. That
no,
video
I did not record that video. I'm just
right.
getting
That
the
video was
video.
sent. That video was sent to you.
Yes.
So we don't actually know. Really?
Well, I know Dynamic Diva was over here with their people already in a fight. Who else is going to be standing behind Ashley while she's having a one-on-one fight with whoever? Because I know when she approached the girl, her team came too. Her team was right behind her. I have her team members, I have her dancers in my inbox calling me all kind of bitches and threatening me, telling me they going to pull up to my shop and stuff like that. That's not how we should teach our girls. I don't condone that stuff.
But
And I wasn't even there.
This 17-year-old girl, but this is what I'm saying, love. You keep saying that you wasn't there. We know you told us, but that still does not give just cause to sit there and negate the fact that someone from your team literally started this altercation. I want you to understand this, because prior to this, there was no issues. Prior to her approaching that young girl about the food being brought into the building where she was specifically at, because they said that not only she addressed the crowd or personally addressed the crowd, but she said the DJ had actually got on the mic and said no
several
food.
times.
This
he did.
child knew there was no food that was supposed to be brought in there. At that point, if no one of your organization is trying to tell, like, that's a responsibility on you, because that person had your shirt on, regardless if she was a part of your team, regardless if she had a child on the team, she was underage, whatever the case may be. This is what started this. So
well,
from
what started
that
it,
point,
it was the little girl got called a bitch. That's what started.
Well, she called Ashley a bitch, did she not?
I did not hear that baby call her a bitch. I know she said out of her own mouth, and I'm going to correct me if I'm wrong, but I was sitting right there. I was sitting right behind the baby when she said, "You're too close." Ashley turned around and said, "Bitch, what you say?"
So she just said, "You're too close."
She said, "You're too close." And she low-key said it very low. She didn't yell it. She didn't scream it. She said, "You're too close."
So
and Ashley turned around and said, "Bitch, what you say?"
Give me a second, because I want to make sure that I'm processing this right. I want to make sure. If a person tells a person, "You too close," in a calm way, that's not going to make me sit there and call a person a bitch.
I think Ashley was already mad because they were getting disrespectful and didn't want to leave and throw their food out. The thing was, they didn't want to throw their food out, and they didn't want to eat it right then and there because they paid for it. So they were holding the boudin on their lap. They weren't even holding it. So when Ashley was already frustrated because they didn't want to throw away their food, Ashley, the little girl, said, "You're too close." Ashley then turned, because she was walking off. Ashley then turned around and said, "Bitch, what you say?" And I was sitting right there. I was right behind the little baby and her girlfriend. They were sitting on the very first row of the competition. I was directly behind the young baby that she got in a fight with.
Okay. Let me bring on somebody else that was there. They're saying that they want to be Derek. I'm gonna bring you on, baby. I guess this is the coach of the team that had also started that had the altercation with your girls, because again, this is the problem that we're having in our majorette community. And regardless of the fact, I don't understand why we are having fights break out
And I don't
over.
condone in fighting. And at the end of the day, I handle my team. But at the same time, if I'm not there, I can't handle them. And at the same
No,
time,
but
like
you're
everyone
supposed
coming
to
at
make
me, I
sure that.
understand, but there's a way to handle stuff. Bashing people on the internet is not the way to go, and all this stuff trying to bring
No,
other
and
people's
we not.
business down, because at the end of the day, people
No.
can exit your,
Wait,
your
wait, wait,
business.
wait. Let me stop you right there, baby. This is a blog, okay? Let me
No,
make
I'm
sure.
not talking about you.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying on the internet.
Yeah, because I did, but again, that's internet. What we're trying to
It
get
is.
is, Derek, I just sent you the link. So check your inbox. And then once you come on, click the gray area. We'll go. It's going to put you in the waiting area, and then I'll bring you on from there. The problem is what we're having is
Ashley got jumped by one of my members, members or whatever. They're saying 20 people, but I just want to clarify. We didn't even have 20 girls compete. I didn't even have 20 parents.
well, because you ain't have 20 girls, don't mean you can't bring 20 people now.
But I'm
We
saying
ain't
I didn't even
ready.
have 20 parents there, but they're saying, oh, 20 of my parents did whatever. I still had red bands. We still had our red wristbands. I still had a whole bunch of yellow wristbands. We didn't even use our stuff. So at the end of the day, like, I don't see where people are getting this number from. Like, I'm just like, if you're going to tell a story and I'm not there, just be honest. Like, say how it was. I know people over exaggerate a little bit on stuff like this, but at the end of the day, this stuff is not anything to play with. And I don't.
I think we lost you. Hold on, y'all. Hello? You
Yeah, it
still
keeps
okay?
going in and out.
Okay, yeah. Um, oh Jesus. And the reason why I said this is, even though you're the director, it's still kind of I want to talk to who actually was there.
And I
That's
wasn't there, so I'm the wrong person to talk to.
right. But I'm
Only thing
saying,
I can do is defend my team and defend my name, because it's still my business at the end of the day.
but
And
I'm
yes,
saying,
I am saying, like, I don't condone and I don't see any right in jumping anyone.
was there a
So,
gun that said that? Because they're saying that they were saying shoot that bitch.
oh my gosh, I don't.
I'm just asking. I'm just.
I don't even know about whoever had a gun. Like, oh my goodness, I was not there. So y'all, they telling me whatever. Only reason why I know that there was a gun, because the officer that was speaking to me on the speakerphone from my coach's phone told me, well, hey, the person was not detained, meaning they weren't taken to jail. However, they were let go because supposedly they didn't even have anything in their clip. They said
So
they
there
couldn't
was a
keep them because
gun,
they
but
didn't have no
so they
bullets
bringing
in their
empty
gun.
guns to a show.
No, supposedly the persons or whoever went back and got their guns from the cars when the fights broke out. Or whatever. That's what I got. But I wasn't there to see no guns. I wasn't there to see that. Only reason why I know that there was a gun there because the officer told me. When they talked to me, they had to tell me, oh, well, this is what's being said. Is this true? Do you have any knowledge of this? You know how that goes. So at the end of the day, like, what you want me to do? It's after the fact. I don't even know who had the gun. And then anybody could have had a gun. You're saying that it's from my team. I know for a fact it wasn't nobody with no green and black shirt on.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring another guest online. This is Derek, you guys. Derek is hey Derek.
Hi.
Okay, so you're the coach over Dynamic.
I'm not the coach. I'm the director of the Dynamic Divas of Houston.
Okay.
But I was very much so there hands on. I was not there when my good friend Ashley got jumped. However, I had actually just walked in. So let's go back. Okay. So Dynamic Divas of Houston is the first team that actually brought the soccer field to the Majorette world in Houston. So a couple of rules that are not allowed at the venue is that you cannot have liquid on the turf. and you cannot have food on the turf. You are allowed to eat food, but you can only eat food in the stands and also in the recession area. So you cannot have food on the turf. So whatever happened between that food part, they had every reason right to put them out on the turf. Like, period. So first of all. Second of all, when it comes to my dynamic of a parent getting involved, she did get involved. The situation happened is that she seen the lady from Extreme Motion. She seen her getting into it with one of the dancers from EDD, which was like a young girl who I know. She said, "Don't do that. Talk to her mama about that." And so when she told that to the girl went off on my DDP. And so that's when I ran over there and I started pushing back the other girl because she was strong. So I started pushing her back or whatever, and she stole off on my DDP. So that's how all that started. So just to say, we were not fighting. My DDP stood up for one of EDD's children, which any parent should do if they see an adult attacking a child, and that's just on period. First of all. And so second of all, yes, we were in the street because my parent was mad. She feel like this girl didn't hit her for nothing. So she
She
wanted to
spit
fight.
on
So
her. She
that's
didn't tell you
huh,
that. She
let me
spit
talk.
on her.
Let me
Let's be
talk. Let
honest.
me
She
talk.
spit on her, and it
Let me
was
talk.
seen.
Let me talk. If she spit on her, she deserves to get spit on for knocking her in her face. So first of all. Second of all, I was in the street trying to back up my parent as a brand. If you know anything about brands as a brand, that did
I
not
had
look good
multiple
for the
businesses. I
dynamic
do.
of Houston brand to be viewed like that, seeing my crazy ass in the street like that, first of all. So if you knew anything about brands, I was out there trying to protect our brand, number one. Number two, I just feel like it was a planned attack. She's on this live lying. She's a compulsive liar. She's lying, and it was not like
Okay.
that. It was not
So
no one.
so let me
It was
let me
Okay.
ask you, Derek, because I want to make sure that we try to stick with the actual issues here. I understand you upset. I get it,
I,
and I'm gonna let you
I
have
am.
your time. I get it, but the issue that we're having, like I was telling Giovanna, is that I want to know from after Giovanna said that she had the girl. Giovanna, you said that you had the girl, the 17-year-old girl that had told Ashley that she was too close. You had her in a headlock at that point.
Yes,
Okay.
because when Ashley did call her a bitch, she was getting up out her seat to go fight, and I had the baby in a headlock because I told her we're not gonna do that. Anybody that was around me can attest. I was trying to diffuse the situation, not encourage the situation.
Okay, so what about what escalated outside? Because what happened
Yeah,
outside was
that's what I want to understand
what
too.
what happened outside was a planned attack. Because literally, I was just getting my DDP from the streets and walked inside, and literally it happened that fast. So that was a planned attack. And so for anybody to have footage, because how in the hell do anybody have footage if the shit happened that quick? Make
It's out
make it
there,
make
and there's
sense.
plenty of it. It's
Make it
out
make
there.
sense. Make it make sense though. But you're saying there's plenty of it, but no names have been provided for any of the parents that got in this situation. Ashley is a mother first.
So
Fuck
am
all this
I,
other
of
shit.
three
She
kids, and I
she
don't condone
she's a
in fighting.
mother. She's a mother. Her child was there.
So was mine.
Her daughter was there.
So was mine. Both
Her
of them.
daughter was there. But
Both of
see, you
mine.
have
My
you
daughter
have so
competed.
much to say about what happened, but you cannot tell us these names and like you it's why. Like what are you defending them for? Like why?
Well, honestly, to be honest with you, this is what I'm gonna say. This I'm what I want to know, and I want to talk to. I mean, can we talk to the girl that supposedly got spit on and jumped?
Thank you.
Oh, sure. I'm pretty sure
No,
that
no, no.
she would
You're
love
saying,
to
oh
speak to you
sure,
guys.
but can we send her the link so that she can get up on this live right now and express herself? Because this is more serious than what your tone and how you feel. You may see so much rage in me because I'm upset because fuck all this other stuff. Ashley is a good friend and she did not
I've
deserve
never
what
had a
happened.
problem with Ashley,
She
and I
she
loved
she
Ashley
did not deserve
dearly
what
at
happened.
the end of the day. I've
And
never
if
had
that's
no
supposed to
issues with
be
her.
your brand and whatever, you should be way much more passionate in getting to the bottom of this. Point blank
You
period.
don't think that I am
As a
passionate about it? I've
director,
been on
as
this
a
thing, sitting here trying my best to get to the bottom
no,
of
baby,
it.
you're not trying
I've been
hard enough
having a
because that
perfect
shit
tone. I
happened
haven't
last
got out of
night.
line with anybody.
You not trying hard enough because that shit happened last night. You should have got them answers last night.
First of
Period.
all, I have lupus. I take care of my health before anything.
Okay.
I passed out
I,
yesterday.
I
I don't know
understand,
if you
baby.
know
I
that.
understand, baby.
Okay,
Listen,
so
listen,
I'm not
listen,
gonna
I
add
guess
listen,
more
what
to
there's
my
I guess
stress
what I
if
guess
I'm already going through it.
I guess
listen,
what
listen,
there's
listen, baby. I understand.
and that is a serious side effect.
Yes, it
I do
is.
know that. But
Yes, it is.
this is the issue that they're still not understanding, Giovanna. And like I said, I'm just playing devil's advocate. What the people in the comments wanting to know is you are still moving away from the fact that you first said that you got into it. You have lupus. You made that clear. We understand. We definitely understand. You have lupus. You was holding this girl back. This is a disconnect because why would you have to hold a girl back if she didn't get offensive or defensive with Ashley?
Okay, so
That's not, no, 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 no.
as I was stating,
That's number one. That's number one.
okay,
Number two, it does seem like that you already knew that something was going to pop off because you left instead of make. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You left when this same girl that you said that you had to hold in a headlock from her jumping on
Talk
Ashley
about it.
had something going on outside to where now you're saying she was jumped, but this is a girl that jumped at Ashley's face and said, "Now what, bitch? What's up, bitch?"
Talk
That's
about
when she got
okay.
her. Whatever, if she pushed her, I don't know if
So
she pushed the girl.
let me clarify this. I went out the back door,
it.
the same door I came
Girl
in.
gone. Baby gone.
No,
Baby, all right.
listen.
Baby gone.
I was
Gone.
already.
Baby gone. Gone.
I'm talking.
Baby
Look,
gone
I'm not
on.
gonna deal with no
Gone on.
disrespect. If y'all want to talk to
Hold
me,
on,
I'm
You
not
went
gonna
out the
deal with no
back door,
hold
if
on, right. Give me a second there. Let me hear what she
I
got
don't
to say.
disrespect anybody. First of all, I did not know that baby was going to jump on anybody. I did not know. First of all,
you
I had
knew.
a daughter there
You
that's
knew.
13 years old that did
That's
compete.
why
I had a
if
3-year-old
you
that was
knew,
there.
that's why you went out the back door. If you say you
I
went out
had
the
to
back
get my
door, you
props
knew.
out. I
You
had a
knew.
whole little Jeep. I
You
had to get it in the
knew.
trunk.
Okay.
I had
So
to get
You
my
knew.
props out.
So let me say this because Tyrone Bass is in here and I want to address what he said. He said you can't control. I want to get this right. He said you cannot control your parents. That's a big negative. And I'm going to say why it's a big negative. Because at the end of the day, your parents could be the reason why your team never gets an opportunity to go nowhere. I'm going to go this far to say this. Because of Shady T and this platform, there is a drill team in Dayton, Ohio that is not being invited to anybody's competitions. Even when they try to come to Showtime competitions, they're not allowed to because of their actions. Because of not even really the actions of their parents, but the actions of their director, their coach. So one thing about it, and I want to make sure that I help everybody understand, is that your parents could be the reason why your kids are not invited to competitions. Your supporters and spectators can be the reason why your girls are never allowed to enter into these competitions because people do not want to have the fact that they risk all this money for someone to go to the competition to potentially be hurt. So I want to make sure I make that clear. Yes, in all actuality, if you are director, that's what comes with your responsibility as a director, as a CEO, as a coach. That is your responsibility as a director to say, no, this is not going to take place. That is the responsibility of you as a director. When you signed up and put your name and put that name out there and say, this is what I'm starting, you have to come with all of what comes with it.
And that's why you see me in the street. If she got video, that's why I was in the streets. Because one none of my parents finna swing because we're not even finna go down like that. First of all, this is about the kids. So what example are we showing our kids for us to be out there? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So if y'all want to encourage that, go ahead. But over here, we not.
I'm not encouraging any of that. And at the end of the day, I haven't even had a
because I have to
chance to
go.
just
So I'm just
really.
saying that I just hope you find it in your heart that as a Black woman, and
I'm not
if you
Black.
do have
I'm Puerto
kids,
Rican.
if you do to take it upon yourself to help fix this situation, because at the end of the day, regardless of if we win grand champion or not, at the end of, because guess what, that moment was ripped away from our girls. Like we will never, first competition of the season, that moment was ripped away. It's gone, and we can never get that back. But see, y'all didn't. You would know that because you walked out the back door, right? Oh, okay.
Okay, so as
However,
I was saying, I was
I just wish
already
you take it
limping
upon
because my
yourself
hip was
to
in pain.
as a woman, and if you have kids as a mother, to help get down to the bottom of this, because this
And what do
is
you think I'm doing? I'm
poor.
on this platform, and I could
This
have
is a
easily said
poor
no.
example of why people stereotype the Black community, the Majorette community, the LGBTQIA community, just all these communities for simple-minded people that think how you think. Like you're trying to minimize the situation. And baby,
I'm not
this is
minimizing
a maximum
situation,
capacity
but you can't sit
situation.
here and tell me that I knew what was going to happen.
If
We have to
you
get our stuff
if you
out, first
walked
of all.
out
I
that back
went through the back
door
door
and
because I
to
had a
get
little Jeep. It was
inside
too many
the
people going
complex,
out through the
everybody
front.
walked
Why
out
would
the
I go
front
out through
door,
the
you
front
knew
door
that
and
was
I'm
going to
closer to
happen.
the back? I was
Okay, so I just had to mute y'all. I just had to mute y'all because I'm sorry. Everybody's getting in. I just had to mute y'all for a second. Just give me a second. Um, ooh, Jesus. Javon, I want you to understand that this, I'm not bashing you, baby. Okay. I'm not bashing you. This is a platform that brings awareness to what's going on. Give me a second. Give me a second. This is a platform that is bringing awareness to what's going on. Yes, I know you guys' emotions are high. I don't want to do anything to, tamper with your condition that you have. My issue once again comes back to this, and someone already said it. You're saying as a director, you're coming on a platform to talk about it, but you're not willing to give who's actually involved. That is the disconnect that we're having, because this platform is open for everybody. This platform is open for everybody. Okay.
y'all want me to sit here and give y'all names, but at the end of the day,
That
why
well,
are the police involved if I already had to give them names? It's not my job to give anybody else no names, but to cooperate with the detectives and the police, period. And as a business owner, that is the only thing that I should have to do. I don't owe nobody no explanation on anything. Only thing that I could do is provide the police, the authorities, the list that they asked for. That's it. And as a coach,
and
that's what I
And
did.
I want to touch on this because Tyrone did comment. He said, I feel like y'all need to let her and Ashley handle this situation. If Ashley's going to press charges, let her do that. Y'all attacking her and trying to stop her brand. Let's not forget those kids matter. This is not
Thank you.
how it is support to happen. Well, let me address that. Let me address that. Because I know Lorenzo, I know Tyrone. Let me address that. Tyrone, I get you trying to play devil's advocate, but again, this is my platform, okay? Because no one said nothing just a couple days ago, Tyrone, when you went live about the Vegas competition. Nobody said nothing. Everybody was up there listening to what you had to say about something that you could have let happen or been resolved between the host of the show and the team that was felt a certain type of way. So don't do that. Don't do that, Tyrone. I love you, baby, but don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just saying this is a blog. This is what happened. This is what Shady Tea is. We bring awareness to what's going on in our community. We don't teach. We don't also educate, but we bring awareness to what's going on. This is something serious. Obviously, if it could have been handled between her and Giovanna, then none of this would have even popped off.
But it's more.
Let's take that fact.
But it's more to it. This is personal when it comes to kids being out there and a gun being pulled out. Like I have daughters myself, so this is more to it, and this is the brand of my team who I care about. So once you say our name, I'm gonna come stepping. Period.
But again, if it was to happen to y'all, let me just say this for the ones that's in the comments. If it was to happen to y'all team, y'all would be acting the same way. And that's a fact.
I just
Now,
want to say,
now y'all getting the other side of me. Let's just say that. Okay? If it was to happen to your team and your child or somebody on your child had got jumped, y'all would have a problem too. So let's be 100%. Yes, ma'am, DD. She's from EDD. We actually have somebody from EDD. So come on, baby.
Yeah, I'm one of the coaches. Half of what she's saying is true. I do give her that, because the first incident with the food situation, Ashley did approach them nicely. She did. And they was kind of getting attitude about it, which they were. They had attitude about it. Everybody does. So as I'm seeing it happen, I walk over there because she's by herself at this point. So I go over there and I'm right beside her. And the girl says, well, first it was the girlfriend with the white. She had like a white shirt on. It was the girlfriend at first. She was getting attitude. So the girl that Ashley had a fight with, that had her brand of shirt on, she was like, so the judges can have food and we can't? Ashley was like, yeah, basically, but you can't have it on the Thursday, going to get shut down. So the girl put the food on the side. She was like, okay, I'm not going to eat it. She put it on the side of the chair. The Ashley was like, no, I need the food up out of here. The girl was like, you take it. You throw it in the trash. You want it. You do this and do that and the third. So at this point, Ashley was still silent. So the girl was like, bitch, you too close. Ashley was like, bitch, and was walking away. So the girl stood up. She did put that girl in the chokehold. I give her that. She did. That's when I stepped in because for one, Ashley back is turned. So that's when I stepped in. And then it was another lady that said that was her child. She said that I'm going to talk to her. Can she just apologize to you? We're going to be done with, this about the kids. Ashley said, I don't want no apology. I just want the food up out of here. I really want her to go at that point. She said, I just want the food gone. I want her out of here. For my understanding, we thought that they were gone. We did. We thought that they were gone because they was on the front row. They moved from the front row to like the second row. They were still there, but the whole time after that, we had no problems or issues out of them. After that happened, it was no issues. So I'm like, well, there's no issues. They were just still sitting there, but they was at the back row or whatever. So it's coming to award ceremony or whatever. Me and another coach from Third Coast Ward, we're talking, having a conversation, whatever. All we see is a brawl at the entryway. So we run to the entryway because first of all, I'm like, okay, at this point, I'm very overprotective of my friend. So my first thing is, where's Ashley? Last time I checked, Ashley was by the trophies, getting that situation with the grand champion or whatever like that, because it was kind of a little confusion with that. So we go to the altercation, whatever like that, and I see Dynamic Diva parent. She's being held back because she's furious because she said, I just been hit in the face for nothing. And then I see her parent. She was the lady that, I don't know if anybody's at the competition, but she was the lady that was pushing a little girl in the 4-wheeler. Which I feel like she was a nice little lady at the time. I didn't have any issues with her, but she was pushing a little girl in the 4-wheeler. That's that lady. But she's hype, she crunk with her. I'm like, damn, they really find what they fight for. That's when I find out that it was behind one of our dancers. So at this point, in my head, I'm thinking, where the fuck is my dancer at this point? Like, where is she at? So the lady, she got all hype or whatever. She then takes off her shirt. So now she got a black sports bra and her little black leggings. So somebody says, so go get the gun or whatever like that. So she takes off running. So
now, Didi, who is this girl that takes off running and took off her shirt?
The one from Extreme. She was heated. She took off her shirt or whatever.
Was this the same one, Giovanna, that you had in the chokehold?
No, it's not the same one.
Okay, go ahead.
The same one. So she takes off running or whatever. So at this point, when we hear gun, the first thing what it is get these kids inside. So we got all the kids inside, and then I didn't even see Ashley come outside. I really did. She came out of nowhere. She came outside and she went straight to Dynamic Diva's parent to make sure she was calm because Charles, which is the coach, he's making sure the lady was good or whatever. And then the lady with the sports bra on, she was just trying to, keep on making an issue about it, wanting to fight. So that was going on, but it was kind of diffusing in a way because at the end of the day, the lady really didn't want to fight. It was like, you hit me for no reason, but she's going to defend herself. All of a sudden, I'm watching Ashley and I'm watching the girl. The first girl that approached, she approached from the side. She had the white shirt on. It was the girlfriend. Now, the other girl, she's walking up to Ashley in her face, charging her. I'm literally right there watching it happen. That's why I'm so pissed at myself. I'm literally watching it happen. And she comes to Ashley literally in her face. You're not going to let nobody walk up on you. You're not. Ashley threw the first punch, which she did. Get the fuck up out my face. That's what it was. So they squabble and fight one-on-one. Then that's when her people had jumped in, which they did. They did. Her people had jumped in, and that's when one of our parents,
Whose people? People?
No,
my people.
They didn't have the shirt. They didn't have your shirts on. The only girl had the shirt on. It was too many people. It was two people at that time that came and jumped in. Two people at that time came and jumped in. That's when one of our parents came and jumped in trying to help Ashley, but at the same time, she was shielding Ashley at first, so Ashley would take all the hits. So that's when I came. So you did see somebody from EDD. That was me. Come from EDD. Yeah, I'm going to protect my friend. I'm going to help my friend. At this point, she's being jumped. So that's when they started jumping the EDD parent. And all of a sudden, when they break that fight up or whatever, somebody from the back, I'm still
Can I just clarify, or can I make sure I have an understanding?
Mhm.
Okay, so you saying that Ashley was in the fight with this other young lady, the 17-year-old. They were in a 1-on-1, and then some other people that didn't have my shirt on came in and jumped in this fight, correct?
Yeah, for the girl.
For the young lady.
For the young lady, yes, ma'am. They came and jumped in. So that's when my parent had jumped in. One of our parents had jumped in and was defending Ashley, and she was shooting her. So that's when I jumped in. Now from behind, somebody snatched my damn wig off, which I'm still mad about my motherfucking wig. They snatched my damn wig, and I just bought that wig. They snatched my wig off. So I turn around like, who the fuck did that? Like, who the fuck just snatched my damn wig off? Mind you, I was never hit in the face. I was never hit in the face, but I'm still up. I'm still swinging, helping my friend. So that clears out. The girl wanted some more. She came back. She wanted some more. And that's when all of a sudden people with church shirts on came. And that's when everybody started jumping Ashley. And it was dudes involved as well, because it was a big fat black dude with a black shirt like mine, and he had on some red pants. He came out of nowhere. That's how we felt that this shit was premeditated. Like, you called these people up here because all these people came out of nowhere, just jumping on her for no reason, really over some food, basically. Like,
no food, honey.
It came out of nowhere, and that's how it happened. So the video that you seeing that my
that's
EDD
the
was
first
jumping
video,
her
first fight when they were 1-on-1.
Huh?
When they started out 1-on-1 in the street. That's the video I have.
Yeah, but you're saying it was EDD jumping the girl. No, man, EDD was not jumping that girl. That girl, whoever she had, her people, they was jumping Ashley. That's when we came in. So the people that you see jumping, that was not EDD. That was Ashley being jumped, because she was jumped
But
twice.
those other people that you're speaking of is not from my team.
Those people were affiliated. They may not have had shirts on, but those people
were they at the competition? Did I have them
those
there?
people
No.
They were not. Even though that's why we
them.
said it was premeditated, that they called them up there. Because they had to be waiting on her to get out that door.
It was pre-planned.
It was too many people. People that was not even at the competition was out there fucking fighting on her. People that wasn't even at the competition. That's how we know it was premeditated. Like, y'all, they literally called.
So they're saying pretty much, Devonna, that it was definitely connected to your team. Even if they weren't at the competition, they were still connected in some way, shape, or form to your team, and they wanted some stuff to pop off. That's why she got jumped twice.
And not to say, and I don't know who the little girl is, but one of your seniors had jumped in as well, because I seen the uniform. One of your seniors had jumped in as well. She did. But I think it was a grown lady had pulled her back. It was a grown lady from your team. She pulled her back, and she did jump in. And your coach, he was out there because he was trying to defuse the situation the first time with the lady in that dynamic diva. They was getting into it. He was out there. He was trying to defuse it. But I'm gonna be honest. The lady with the black sports bra, she chunked his little ass. She did. She chunked his little ass, and he went by his business. Like, he went back there and started doing props again.
Girl,
like,
she's strong.
She was strong. She was strong. She was strong. Like, he couldn't handle her. He was this little, and she was this big. Like, she chunked his little ass, So he went back there to doing props again.
Did she was there security there?
No.
But why? Like
no,
what?
No. I got to be fair.
Yeah.
I got to be fair. At this point, just like Andre has said, for the past 3 years, the Majorette community has literally been a laughing stock. It has not been because of Shaddi T. Okay, let me put that out there. Shaddi T is a platform that is bringing what's going on, because I do want to make this perfectly clear. People have to know who to go to, who not to go to. There's competitions that's not being taking place in the last 2 or 3 years, because people have been watching the platform and have been seeing who to go to their competition and who not to go. So I want to make that perfectly known, and I know y'all seen it. There's a lot of people that used to have competitions that's not having competitions at all because they can't get teams. Number one. Number two, that is at this point because, and I'm not even going to say security, because security, honestly, they're there to mediate the issue and try to separate it as a parent. But they are not going to use any actual force unless they're being accosted. That's what I know. That's what I got to invest in when y'all came to my show in Denver. After that, I said, I'm not doing no more security. I have to actually have armed police officers. I have to, because they can do what the security can't. They can use force if they got to. They can take their behinds to jail, and charges can be brought against them by police reports. That's it. That's all. But I just want to put this out here that's an issue. And when I talk to Ashley, when she have no show, you make sure she has police officers. Just simple as that. The next thing is, Giovanna, we need to figure out how is this going to be resolved? Because there was 2 fights that took place, and your team, not you, but your team was involved in both altercations.
Okay, so I just want to talk about one fight at a time. So I'm going to start with the one with your team, sir, Derek. So my parent did say she got spit on beforehand. That's why she punched her, because she spit on her. I was not there. I do not know what happened, and I just want to apologize if my parent was out of line or whatever happened. I will discuss and I will get.
We just lost you, Giovanna. You're breaking up.
So to just, clear that up, whenever she comes back, my parent did not spit on her. If she spit on her, it was after she punched her in the face. All my parent was trying to do was tell her, do not go at that child like that. Take it up with her mother. And your parent took it upon herself to flip. And she was just trying to help, which I hope any parent does. And that's just real talk.
So yeah,
so if she spit on her,
little baby,
it was because
the young lady.
And I was there. I was in the middle, because I was the one who actually pushed your parent back. And that's how I know how strong she was, because she was really trying to get at my parent. And I'm like, no, we're in front of these kids, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, like, we don't need this right now. Number one. And then number two, in Houston, we need this venue. So I'm not about to let us get put out of this venue from people who don't even know the seriousness in the Houston Majorette Rail needing this venue, the only venue, one of the only venues. So if she spit on her, and if you felt like she spit on her before, that is not what happened. Okay. I was right there.
Well, from my grandmother, the older lady that one of your young ladies was going at it at, or whatever, was, whatever.
One of who young ladies?
The dancer. The dancer was disrespectfully.
None of my dancers, baby, let me tell you something. One thing about us, none of my dancers go at nobody. So none of my dancers went at nobody.
Okay.
And I can guarantee you that.
Okay. So from my understanding, that's why my parent got upset. And she told the young lady, violence is not the answer. You don't have to cuss at this old lady like that. As she was going out the door. That's what supposedly happened. Like I said, I wasn't there either. I just got this he, she said stuff. But if my parent got out of line, I do apologize on behalf of my parent for getting out of line. That's the only thing I can do, is take the responsibility of my parent. And I just want to say I apologize. That's not how I get down anyway. I don't get down.
You know what? I honestly and truthfully, I received that, and I accept that, but that still doesn't, justify that we need answers, and we need a bigger solution than, this apology.
Okay, so for the fight that happened with your team, only thing I can do is apologize on behalf of my parent.
I'm not saying about that.
When it goes down to Ashley, I have to work and cooperate with the authorities. That's the only thing I can do at this point, and that's what I've been doing. And when y'all talk to them, they will tell you that I've been cooperating since yesterday.
We're not gonna talk to the authorities. How are we gonna talk to the authorities?
No, I'm just saying, because I'm pretty sure EDD is gonna get an update. Ashley will get an update.
Sure they will.
Of everything at the end of the day. So the only thing I could do is give the authorities everything that they ask for. I mean, like, as a human, I'm not God. I can't just take back yesterday and say anything at the end of the day. I don't know everything that happened. I don't know anything that happened. Really, I just get what was in the video with this young lady Dee was just expressing, and clearly I could hear I wasn't lying, because I did see them have a one-on-one. I did say that. I did see other people jumping in the fight. That's the video I have. That's the only video that I turned over to the authorities. That's the only one that I have.
Okay.
Well, so I don't know what anybody else wants me to do after this point. But the only thing I can do is cooperate with the authorities.
It came to the point when you was like, EDD was jumping the girl first. No, that's not how they went down. EDD was not jumping the girl first.
Okay. So let's because I don't want to take too much of you guys' time. This is Sunday, so I don't want to take too much of your guys' time. What is at this point, I'm trying to make sure I say this right. Uh, y'all, this I'm trying to get it out because
Well, just say it.
I really love the Majorette community. Um, I love seeing the girls. I love the Majorette community. Like, what's not to love? Like, what's not to love about seeing growth? But I do agree with some of things that Andre was saying. You know, some people like him, like he's a choreographer, he's a known choreographer. People are starting to lose the passion for it. I don't even want to coach teams no more. I don't even want to be a director of a team no more because of all of this is going on. Like, yeah, people are saying no, we can't control the parents. We can't. No, but you can.
You can't
You can.
control anyone per
You
se.
can.
You could
No,
just
no,
force and
no,
reinforce
no, no,
and
no,
kick people
no,
out.
no. I'm gonna say you can because you can remove that child from the team indefinitely.
Exactly. That's the only thing you can do, but you're still not controlling the parent because the parents
No,
are going
but
to do what they want to do. But you
you're
can
right. But
move them along. So
when
at the
I'm
end of the day, because this person isn't necessarily on my team, I have no one to remove.
and
They
and
just can't
and,
go
and
nowhere
that's
else
and
with
that's
me.
and this
They're
is
not invited nowhere
this
else.
was not that wasn't it wasn't directed towards you, baby. I'm just saying in general, okay? I'm just saying that we understand that that person does not have any. She don't have any really ties to you or your team. We get it. We got that. What I'm saying is, as far as in a whole, people are tired. Okay, people are fed up. People are irritated. They're angry. People are pissed. It's a slur of a lot of things that people are just they're fed up. Like we never know as putting on competitions, we never know what's going to come through that door. You can take precautions, and like I said, that was a mistake that Ashley made. You can take precautions and make sure you have not even armed security, actual law enforcement. Because I can guarantee if there was law enforcement, there's something about a law enforcement person. I'm not saying that it's inevitable for it not to happen, but there is something about seeing a person of law enforcement at that front door waiting for some stuff to happen. I don't care what nobody says. Don't nobody want to go sit in nobody's jail cell, no holding cell, no nothing. No one wants to go through that. That child could have definitely been placed in handcuffs. At that moment when she told you or she told the mother that she needed to leave, that child should have been escorted off the premises. She should have been, they should have took her home. All this could have been avoided because all I'm hearing is from what she had the issue with Ashley when Ashley told her to dispose of the food, all this mess started. And like I said, no, you can't be at one place at one time. But when that moment when you put her in a chokehold, Giovanna, that should have been if you got to put your hands on that person that's not even connected to your team to stop her from possibly attacking an adult. That should have been your opportunity to say, you know what, baby, you got to go.
And I did.
No.
Whoever was
You should when you left and you said you left out the back door, she should have been walking out that door with your ass, and you should have made sure that she left. Not that telling her to go, she should have left. Because again, all this stemmed from you having to put her in a chokehold, from her jumping on Ashley. Because there was 2 fights that happened where this young lady was involved in. Again, you're saying that there's a video out where y'all have it where she's getting jumped. Didi saying the video that you got is not of the young lady being jumped. It's of Ashley getting jumped. Okay. So, again, I'm pretty much done with this. This is a lot. Again, my platform is I'm just bringing awareness to what's going on. Derek, do you have any last minute regards or remarks?
I just want to thank you, Giovanna, for at least trying to be honest and truthful. It is hard, and I know it's a lot of backlash at you now, but you have to understand the reasoning in this, and to some people it gets personal. So it gets personal. Also, thank you for getting more insight, giving us more insight on the situation, so that we can get to the bottom of it. My prayers and my good energy goes towards Ashley, and I just hope that she gets the answer that she needs, truly needs, and justice is prevail. Seriously.
Well, Thank you. And the only thing I could do is cooperate with the authorities. At the end of the day, they wanted a list of names. I gave them a list of names. They wanted what I had. I gave them what I had.
And
So
and
every
it's up to
girl
them, it's up to
performed,
them to
every
do
parent that attended, they have that list.
it's up to them to do their investigations at this point.
Yeah.
It's up to them. And again, Ashley already said what her course of action was going to be, so we're going to leave it at that. I just this but again, I'm gonna say this for everybody's watching. Again, all this can be avoided if y'all A, do y'all research, and B, don't let everybody into your shows. Y'all have to start holding these people accountable for their actions. And I don't care what parent is paying money. Ain't no parent going to want to keep paying their child to be on a team that's not going nowhere. No, I mean, seriously. You seen all these other teams going out, competing, going, getting travel stuff, able to doggone get money, fundraise. That's an exciting feeling to get prepared for a competition. That's something exciting. That's what kids look for. They look forward to doing. They look forward to being out there and having long practices, having shut-ins at their studio to get ready for a big competition. They look forward to do that. But if you take that away from them and start holding these parents accountable, someone gonna have to straighten up their act. They're gonna have to, because they're not gonna want to keep having to go through tolerance, foolishness. Hold your parents accountable. Don't give everybody that want to scream your name, Giovanna, a damn t-shirt to represent your brand. That's my take back. Don't give everybody that want to sit there and scream your team's name an opportunity to scream your team's name. At one point, I'm glad I see her in here. Diana Williams, I think, is on the live. And I've seen this. You got to be privileged to call DD4L. You don't call DD4L unless you belong to them. Now, everybody say it now, but there was a point where you had to earn the right to say DD4L. Same instances with this. You have to treat it just as such. You have to give them a right to call them. Again, I hope whoever's name you gave to authorities, they are clearly brought to the forefront and be responsible for the actions. Didi, do you have any last minute remarks?
No.
Okay. Well, you guys have a great rest of y'all Sunday. And just handle what y'all need to handle. Okay.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. Y'all. I really hate how nonchalant she was looking, but I promise very much understand when it's dealing with drama, but I hope she really takes this matter very seriously and handle those kids rather than what's right or wrong. The kids and need to know you respect all elders no matter what. If the elder, I agree. Dre, I agree. And that's what I think people's upset at, is because she, she has lupus, and I don't know the ins and out of lupus. I don't know if it makes you, I know you can't cause too much stress on your body when you have lupus. So I guess she was not trying to really work herself up. But I mean, she did put somebody in the headlock last night. And again, you guys, this is all learning experience. Okay. Y'all have to start taking pride into what y'all love. We got to get back to loving Majorette. We got to give back into putting into our kids. Y'all, seriously, I'm so serious. Y'all got to, we got to start making it fun again. Or otherwise, bye baby. Otherwise, we're not going to have nothing left. And it's too many babies out here that love doing it. It's too many babies that love doing it. But enough is enough. And with that being said, this has been another episode of Shaddi Teen and Majorette Community, where I'm your girl, Lady Jazz, and I always bring you the latest tea in this Majorette community, honey. Please don't forget, November the 20th, it's Welcome to the A in all HBCU experience. Categories are Combined Stadium Interest, Combined HBCU Field Show, Combined Pom Pom with a Twist, Mini Junior Combined Regular Stance, and HBCU Senior Stance 8s and 16s. I have 2 teams that have registered. I have 6 more spots available. Please make sure that you register your team for this competition. Again, you guys, I love the support. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of Shaddi Teen and Majorette Community. We will see y'all next time.